Hello, YTPC. I just apparently did a 20-minute practice rehearsal for this video. My wife thinks that's very funny. So, I'm smoking in my wonderful mirror that was gifted by a good friend with some other tobacco that was gifted by a good friend. A different good friend, Jermaine's Plum Cake. I gotta say, this blend is kind of one of the two tins I'm smoking right now. I'm smoking that Dark Flake, Black Flake, which is very similar to Dark Flake. If not the same blend, I don't know. And this one, there goes my tamper and lighter. Let's hope I don't need to relight. This one, it smells like the blueberry muffins, is like what I said. So there's a lot of times when I'm like, oh man, do I need to smoke this blend? Maybe I'd smoke something else. But then whenever I actually get to smoking it, it's like, it's so good. So I don't know if you have some blends like that where you're like, do I really want to smoke it? And then when you smoke it, you're like, yeah, this is what I wanted. It tastes good. I don't know. I think that's some of the advantage of smoking through tins. It's forcing yourself into it. It kind of like, it starts out, it has a lot of the top note. And then further into the bowl, it kind of loses that. But to me, it almost tastes like there's like maybe some dark fired in there. It's probably not, but that's what it kind of reminds me of, is Virginia with a little bit of dark fire. Just very roasty, nutty-ish, darker flavors. And then like citrus Virginias or grassier, hey. Anywho, so that's why I'm smoking. This tin's gonna last me forever, I think. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but I've had like 10 bowls out of this thing, and it looks like I haven't smoked anything yet. Nothing. It's a gift that keeps on giving. Now, if you're smoking on a budget, I think shade cut or ribbon cut is the way to go. I mean, I can get 25 smokes out of a tin, where if it's flake, it'll be like half of that. It'll be like 12. So, sorry, my wife's distracting me. So, anyway, I'm glad that it's good, It'll be like a month of smoking that tin, but probably more than that. I might be smoking that tin into October. Let's see. We'll see. But really tasty. I got the answers. So I did 2 truths and a lie. Everybody else's was way cooler than mine. Real boring. So I said that I'd never watched Silence of the Lambs or The Shining, which is true. Apparently these are very popular movies.
Tell him you should watch it.
I have always avoided thriller films because I think they're silly. They're not entertaining. But that's not exactly true. I've seen some thriller type movies that I've really enjoyed. Like what's one that I really enjoy? The
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah, that's a really good one that I really enjoyed that movie. I watched it a couple times. But other ones I just hate. As I say, if you just turned off the noise of the movie, it's a comedy now. which is really kind of true. Anywho, then I said, so that's true. I haven't watched those movies. I could have listed a bazillion movies that were thrillers that I haven't seen. School, I had only missed 2 days of school or classes or whatever in college, and that is as true as I know it to be. I'm not the best at remembering things, but basically I try to stay in school and go to every single class I can, so I didn't have to read any of the textbooks. So whenever a teacher would have a question on the test that they didn't talk about in their class, I was pissed. Because I didn't read. I didn't do any of that homework. I went to school for you to teach me.
You said you broke your hand and didn't miss school.
Yeah, so in high school, it was the same way. I just didn't want to miss class. I just didn't want to do homework. I never did. Okay, we got homework in high school, but I did all of it when I was at school. I never brought anything home. I just didn't want to do that. So the idea of getting a bunch of homework that I had to do without knowing how to do it because I wasn't there. So one time I broke my hand. I didn't think it broke, because I could move it around and it didn't hurt crazily. But eventually I realized I didn't have a knuckle, that sort of thing. So I was like, yeah, it's probably broken. Turns out it's broken. Then it healed. Then I had surgery. Had a pin sticking out. All this. But then I went to school the next day. Felt fine because I still had the codeine or whatever, the surgery drugs in my system. Nurse calls, hey, how's Steve doing? Oh, Steve's at school. Steve's at school? What is he doing at school? He shouldn't be at school. Oh, he wanted to go to school, so we let him. And then I went to school, and those drugs wore off. And oh man, I was in a world for hurt. The school nurse wouldn't give me any ibuprofen because I was too honest and said I had already had 2. I was dying. I was in so much pain. And I was kind of a character at school anyways, and a handful. So, my teacher the one teacher where the pain really kicked on, Mrs. Hatfield, she just was like, whatever, Steve, you do your thing, because I'm over there just like dying in agony over my hand. It feels like a fire. It's on fire. Okay, Steve. She just thought that teacher liked our family, but I think it was just like entertainment value. It's another tangent, but we actually brought our family home videos into the class and watched them for entertainment at the end of the year. And she seemed to say that explained a lot about my siblings and I. Anyway, at one point, because the pain was so intense, I had lost hearing. Like, she was talking, I couldn't hear her anymore. But I was still in class, trying to learn, kind of. So the one that wasn't true is I'd never had chili for supper. I definitely had chili for supper. Just my mom's never made chili. My wife's never made chili. In America, apparently that's like a sin. Everybody has chili. Everybody makes chili. It's kind of like Taco Tuesday, Chili Monday. I don't know. My family never did either of those things. So, some of you guys got that right. I like chili. Tastes good. Just never made it. I got a Gawith and Hogarth shipment package I ordered from Smoking Pipes because there was some drops of tobaccos. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever ordered from Smoking Pipes and gotten your order wrong, but I have, and this isn't the first time. Oh, well, neighbor's gonna start mowing. Anyway, I I check the order, and one of the packages says 8 ounces on it of the bulk, because these are all bulk. And I'm like, these are all the same size as the 4. This is definitely not 8 ounces of tobacco. Weigh it, sure enough, 4 ounces. But the package said 8. It was weird. I didn't have another 4-ounce bag of it in the box, so I sent an email, and they sent it out right away. So they've always been good at fixing the order, but man, check your packages, because they mess that stuff up all the time. I also got this crazy Ardor pipe fixed again. Fixed, I mean, not again, just for the first time to accept 9mm. So, I smoked at it yesterday. Smokes great. It's 9mm. Thanks, Rad Pipes, for working on it. I think he did a great job. Perfect. I thought I was going to have to get rid of this pipe because I smoke 9mm now. And then he was able to convert that to 9mm. And I love that. I'm not really a 6mm guy. I think it restricts the flow more than I would like. Just no need to really smoke that, which is a real shame because that's all the cobs kind of come in. Unless you get the special converted cobs from Germany, and then it costs like $60, but I don't really want to pay $60 for a cob. Anyway, so that was an awesome pipe. So in a future video, you might see me smoking the beast. And this guy, I'm going to have to just smoke ribbon cuts in, because, man, it is a deep bowl. And ribbons, it's just, it'll fill up that whole thing a lot. So anyway, last thing, James Burrows, I think that's his name. I didn't look it up beforehand, so this is going off memory. He's having a giveaway for his 100 subs, and he is doing it for just celebration of having this 100 subs, and he's new to the community. He makes great videos. He's really real in his videos, and I really enjoy his chats, and he's doing some teaching about, you know, how to pack a pipe, what to get, new beginner type stuff. So great to point people to that. This is cold brew black tea that I started making. I don't know if I talked about that in this one or the first one. Anyway, so he wanted to know where foods were local to you, because he's a foodie, and what's special in your area that you guys have. Well, growing up, what I consider growing up was in Nebraska, because we moved there in 6th grade, so most of my remembering days when I was growing up, it would have been Runza's. And I gotta tell you, if you don't know what Runza is, and you probably don't, unless you're from Nebraska or Iowa, or because they actually made a fast food chain out of them called Runza's. So you can stop there, but they're not really as good as, like, you know, real Runza's. It's kind of like McDonald's hamburger versus a real hamburger. They're like a bread pocket with meat and some spices like pepper and salt with onions and stuff in there. Really mild. You know, everything in Nebraska is like, don't season this. Everyone eats hamburger pizzas, not Italian sausage, because that's too spicy. But our school lunches had these runs. They were delicious. My mom never made them, but we'd go out places and help someone, like harvest time, and the wives would bring out some runs. Oh, that would be awesome. But in Wisconsin, I'd say, I don't know, I was going to list a couple different things. I think Friday night fish fry being at every single restaurant required is like a thing. But maybe that's a lot of places. Then I heard brats might be individual. Bratwursts. Johnsonville bratwursts. And not the pre-cooked ones. You gotta get the raw ones. They have to cook. The pre-cooked ones, not so good. Not as good. They're still fine. And I had bratwurst in Berlin, Germany, because being a bratwurst fan, it was like, oh, dude, I have to get a bratwurst while I'm in Germany. See what the legit bratwurst is. So I went to one of the stands, and this was when I was being super frugal, traveling Europe, and it was a huge disappointment. It was tasteless. It might have been, whatever. So apparently we do bratwurst better here in Wisconsin. I should have gotten the currywurst. I didn't know at the time. And then cheese curds. So I'll leave a link to Ellsworth's Cheese Curd Factory if you want to order some cheese curds straight to your door. You don't know what cheese curds are. But if you don't know what cheese curds are, you're missing out. And they're squeaky if they're super fresh. Like they taste like you're eating an eraser or something. They're going, but they're good. Real good. And more importantly, fried. Man, every place has got fried cheese curds. You go to a Chinese restaurant, fried cheese curds appetizer on the menu. Everybody just wants curds and beer. On the beer front, we have a local brewery that is kind of national. Line and Kugels. A lot of people get the summer shandy, which I guess it's cool. A lot of people like it, but I like their other beers. I'm not a real shandy fan. But this collaboration lager just came out, and it's really good. So if you find this and try it, and you kind of like amber ales, it's really tasty. I really like it. It'll be a great watching football, drinking beer kind of thing. So, anyway, because I already practiced and did the video, I'm sure this one was a couple minutes faster. So you guys all benefited from my hard work. But, anywho, I'm not sure what else I left out. But take a look at James' channel. And happy smokes to everyone. Have a great day. Enjoy the summer. My kid's going back to school. Gotta just enjoy the football that's coming up. It's getting fall. It's only like 70 degrees outside right now. So it's going to turn fast. But I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to doing the fall things when they get here. Go to the orchard and I don't know. Like the Oktoberfest. That's the first signs of fall for me. Anyway. Happy smokes. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.